The United States government has frozen over $1 billion in federal funding for Cornell University and approximately $790 million for Northwestern University. This unprecedented action is part of an ongoing investigation into alleged civil rights violations tied to pro-Palestinian protests held on these campuses. Late on Tuesday, the White House confirmed the freeze, which follows heightened tensions between the Trump administration and universities across the nation regarding protests linked to the Israel-Palestine conflict. The government has been vocal about its stance on such demonstrations, calling them anti-Semitic and claiming they are a violation of civil rights. These actions reflect the administration's broader agenda to curb what it views as harmful campus activism and its growing scrutiny of diversity, equity, and inclusion programs, as well as transgender policies on college campuses. While details of the freeze remain scarce, sources familiar with the matter have confirmed that it mainly affects grants and contracts from multiple federal agencies, including the Departments of Health, Education, Agriculture, and Defense. These funding sources are vital to a variety of research initiatives, some of which are considered critical to national security, public health, and technological advancement. Cornell University, which plays a key role in research related to national defense and cybersecurity, expressed concern over the suspension of its grants. The school reported receiving over 75 stop work orders from the Department of Defense, affecting significant research projects. Yet, university officials, including President Michael I. Kotlikoff, have yet to receive any formal communication verifying the full scope of the $1 billion freeze. In a statement, Cornell expressed its determination to seek further clarification from federal authorities on the basis for these decisions. Similarly, Northwestern University, which has been recognized for its groundbreaking research in medical technology and public health, is now facing uncertainty. The university spokesperson stressed the importance of federal funds in sustaining innovative research, including life-saving work such as the development of the world's smallest pacemaker and crucial studies aimed at combating Alzheimer's disease. Without this funding, the future of many essential projects is now in jeopardy. This funding freeze follows a broader trend of federal intervention in academic affairs. Last month, the Trump administration targeted Columbia University, which was at the epicenter of last year's pro-Palestinian protests. Columbia saw its $400 million in funding canceled, and although the university agreed to certain demands from the government, including changes to its policies, the situation has sparked a wave of criticism. Many faculty members and free speech advocates argue that these actions undermine academic freedom and the independence of universities, which have traditionally been places for open debate and intellectual diversity. The freezing of funds also extends to other prestigious institutions. Harvard University is currently under review, with the administration threatening to withhold up to $9 billion in federal grants unless the university meets certain conditions. Princeton University has also been affected, with dozens of research grants frozen. These moves have drawn attention not only for their potential impact on academic research but also for their broader implications on the autonomy of higher education institutions. In addition to the funding freezes, U.S. federal authorities have recently detained several foreign students involved in campus protests. The government is also working to deport some of these students and has revoked the visas of many others. This has raised alarms among rights advocates, particularly in relation to the treatment of Muslim and Arab students, who have expressed solidarity with Palestinians during the ongoing Israel-Gaza conflict. Critics have accused the Trump administration of exacerbating Islamophobia and anti-Arab bias. Despite these growing concerns, the Trump administration has yet to make any formal response regarding these accusations or announce specific measures to address the issues raised by rights groups. The situation remains fluid, and universities are bracing for more potential actions from federal authorities. This sweeping action by the U.S. government has set a new precedent for the relationship between federal funding and university policies. It raises critical questions about the balance between government oversight and academic freedom, especially in an era where students are increasingly vocal about social justice issues. For many, the funding freezes are seen as part of a broader effort to curtail dissent and silence voices critical of U.S. foreign policy, particularly regarding the Israel-Palestine conflict. As this story continues to unfold, it is clear that the stakes are high not only for the affected universities but also for the future of academic freedom in the United States. The growing tension between the government and higher education institutions could reshape the landscape of research, intellectual inquiry, and free speech on campuses across the country. As this situation develops, it's crucial for the public to stay informed and engaged. Universities, students, and academic professionals must continue to advocate for their rights to free speech and academic freedom. If you believe in the importance of independent research and the right to protest, now is the time to raise your voice. Stay tuned to World Compass for the latest updates on this critical issue and join the conversation in the comments section to make your opinion heard.